Yep. Let's get into it. So this segment is going to be called "What the Hell Happened to You?" What the hell happened to you? This video is to help you understand how you became stagnant in your life, or how you could become stagnant in your life. And we're going to try to do that in a short amount of time, or shorter amount of time than usual. So, let's get into the points. First one would be, you are not alone. Number 2, where is the dreamer in you, or the child in you? Where did it go? Where is it? And number 3, it would be, start now. All right, so let's get into it. The first one is you are not alone. So you're not by yourself. There's a lot of people on this planet going through a lot of things. But what we have found with technology and making the world smaller with the internet is that we are all connected in a lot of ways. And some of those ways are negative, unfortunately, from drugs and alcohol to murders to racism, whatever. We're connected in other ways that now we can connect and find out that we're connected in these negative ways with people all over the world. So why not what the hell happened to you being yet another thing that you're not alone on, that you are connected with other people with. So I read this thing, or I was online and I saw something that said 23.5 million. Let me see. I was looking at it again. 23.5 million Americans are addicted to drugs and alcohol. It's a lot of Americans. It's a lot of Americans. Now we're just talking about Americans. So just throw everybody in, and 23.5 million. Okay, so if you think about it, let me see my statistic here. That's roughly 1 in every 10 people. Now, in a lot of statistics, that's like, oh man, that's good. That's low, right? Okay, cool. That's low. All right, fine. But what does that mean for how you got stagnant in your life and how you compare to other people who are stagnant in their life and don't know how to get the ball rolling, so to speak, or what happened to them? What the hell happened to you? Here's what it means. It means that 8 people are, so to speak, have not done anything. They're 8 people. 8 people are fine. All right. 1 person is addicted to drugs and alcohol out of the 10, right? And that's the 1%. That's the 1% of people who are successful, not having a stagnant life, whatever, what have you. Don't know what I'm talking about. They're like, man, I'm pretty good. I just move along and I'm happy and I'm successful all the time, and I've been that way. Okay, there's the 1%. Just like in economics, the 1%. There's a small percentage. So that's that 1 person. Okay, that's actually going to be the 9 people. You are in the 8 people. 8 of us aren't on drugs and alcohol. We actually haven't figured out when we were going to start them. So let me do this again. So 10, that means 1 in every 10 people is addicted to drugs and alcohol. Okay, so that leaves 9 of us. Then you got the 1%. All right, the people who are like, oh, I'm fine, I'm not on drugs and alcohol, I feel like I'm successful and I continue to be motivated and move through life, not stagnant. That leaves 8. That means you're part of the 8. You're part of the 8 people who haven't decided yet to turn the page and reinvigorate their life, and or start partaking in drugs and alcohol. So out of those 8 people, you're headed to either the 1% or the 1 out of 10 person that's going to be on drugs and alcohol and have to deal with, coming back from that. It's not a funny fact. It's just one of those things. That's how it's broken down. So that means there's 8 people out of those every 10 people who are going through the same junk as you. That's a lot of people who agree that they don't know what the hell happened to them. So you're not alone. Period. On to the second point. The second one is, what happened to you? Where's the child in you? Where did it go? Where did that dreamer go? Where did that childlike energy go to be an astronaut, or president, or a car? Your kids, you even try to be inanimate objects and buildings and things like that. Fine, whatever. But there was energy there. There was an endless flow of energy there. What happened to that? So there's point number 2 on what happened to you. What the hell happened to you? What can you do about this? So that childlike part of you is something that you have to tap into internally. You have to try and remember the things that made you happy as a kid, that drove you to go outside or not, or play video games or whatever it is that you did that had you happy. Now, mind you, some of us didn't have the best childhood. Got it. But even those people that dealt with those kind of things had to escape somehow. Even whether it's their imagination or through hobby or through some kind of action that was positive for them to be listening to my video now, you have to tap back into that in order for you, one, to get started on becoming less stagnant and getting that energy flowing and accepting motivation. You have to start that. These are all parts of what happened to you. What the hell happened to you? You got old in your mind and inside. It's not the physical. That everybody does that, but you have to reinvigorate your mind and your internal energy and what makes you go. Tap back into that child. Be that person again as far as going for your goals, because that person didn't care about bars. As a matter of fact, that childlike part of you, if you remember, embraced opposition. Example, I was a kid. I really liked jumping out of trees. Okay, true story. Jumping out of trees was wonderful. It was the greatest thing. It was the closest thing to flying to me. So I jumped out of trees. And what would happen when you jump out of trees and you enjoy jumping out of trees? What happens? You want to go higher and higher to see if you can do that. So, long story short, get to a tree. I think I was at least 12 or 13 or something. And, I got some weight about myself. I'm thinking like, oh, I do this. I've done this. I can do this, right? It's not a problem. Get in a tree. It's actually next door neighbor's tree. I climb up the tree and I go higher than anybody else in the tree. It's like 5 of us in the tree anyway. Nice tree. And I'm looking at the ground and all I can think is, I can do this one too. I can do this. I'm bigger now. I'm longer. The ground isn't that far at my height now. I'm not as short. And this is kind of where I built my own little small complex about heights. I built my own complex about heights because I didn't always have it. But I got a little one now. Not, it's just a small one. But what I did is I jumped out of the tree and I didn't clear the tree branch to jump out of the tree. And I slipped on the branch. And anybody who climbs trees or climbed trees when they were a kid knows that if certain trees, those branches they look dry, but once you start like trying to rub off on that bark and everything slides easily with any pressure or weight on them. So I slipped and it's not good. I had to go to the hospital. Not good. I slipped, hit a branch, and literally twisted my nutsack, my balls, twisted them, injured myself. I can laugh about it now, but I tell you guys, that was not even close to funny. That was very painful. Didn't want to tell anybody because it wasn't embarrassment on the point of I failed. That happens all the time. You climb trees, you fall out. Most of the kids, even they were in the tree, was just like, oh, they failed this time. Oh, well, you didn't make it, whatever. But I knew that I had done something way worse than that. But I say I give this example to show this, is that look at now, if I was even on a high chair jumping off of it, you're thinking, yeah, I could do this, I could hurt this, I could hurt that. And that's adult, that's understandable, you're being cautionary and everything. But apply that to your life as far as what you want and what you want to do. That child in me would have said, hey, it's higher. And smile and go, we're going to do it. We're going for it. You got to go get that. That's a driving factor that nothing can stop. And mind you, we know as adults that in the realm of success, you have to have that. That is what pushes people into that realm of success that becomes a 1%, you have to go for these things. And you have to not just go for them, but you have to be excited about going for it. And you have to be fiery about going for it. Just how it goes. So, where's the kid in you? You have to search in yourself, and this is not something that's overnight. You have to do it every day. Is to grasp again what it was, and it's good for you to know things that you did, because you can relate those things. Like the example I was just giving, you can relate those things back to your life now and apply them accordingly. But you gotta search yourself to do that. You gotta search yourself to do that. You have to. So, what the hell happened to you? What the hell happened to you? I don't know what happened to you. I'm trying to help you out. What happened to you? Another thing is making sure that your dreams are what's going on. And this is something physical. You guys got to get sleep. You got to get some good sleep. And wait, now hold on. You got to get some good natural sleep. I'm not promoting drugs, but you got to get some good sleep, man, because dreaming is essential to your goals. You got to dream. You have to dream. And then when you get out of that sleep state dream, you got to dream while you're awake. That's what you're chasing. That's why you get up. That's why you keep going. Those dreams have to be grandiose. They have to be more than you can ever do. That's how you sustain continuation. They have to be more than you can ever do. Your dreams. That's all I'll say about that. So, if you don't believe that any of this child stuff or these dreams things work, and that you're meant to do these things, because a lot of you may be asking, like, what if I'm just chill? I like my job. I'm cool with, being in the gray area, kind of mediocre, but it's not mediocre to you. It's chill. The bills are paid. I eat. I'm fine with it. Not happy, but I'm fine with my existence. Okay, well, let me give you an example about being fine with your existence, not continue to strive to be and do more. So, for example, fish, different kinds, okay, negating that there's different kinds, obviously there's different kinds of us. Fish, just in general, they live a life cycle, like a lot of animals, insects and things like that. They live a life cycle. They are born, they eat, they grow, they reproduce, they die. Now, somewhere in that cycle, we may catch them fishing, game. And the only thing that differs them from each other out of their life cycle and us intervening and saying, here's one, is size and weight. That fish that you eat, that you can only gauge by size and weight, is fueling your body. Now, for the fish's sake, shouldn't you be doing more than a life cycle of birth, eating, growing, reproducing, and dying? They already doing that. And then they're giving themselves up to you to fuel your greatness so you would do more than that. They already doing that lame stuff. They already doing that. Their existence is that. They're here to do that for you to partake in your path to be greater than what a fish does. Think about it. A fish does that. Just saying. Number 3. So, what the hell happened to you? Well, the third point, is the final point, is I don't know what the hell happened to you, but I know one thing. You got to start now on these others. You got to know that you're not alone. You got to find your childhood dreams and your inner child, and recapture that energy. And you got to do it now. Don't listen to this motivational speak we're doing right now, this session, and go, man, that might be some points I can understand. I might agree with some. That's not what this is for. I'm not here to agree. I'm not here for you to agree. It's not arrogance. It's just, read some of the stuff, the descriptions and the things I put out there on my website. I'm doing this because I feel that in my path, it's what I'm here for. So you agreeing or disagreeing means zero. Action means everything. If you agree, take action. If you disagree, take action. The third point is starting now. Right now. Not next week, not when I pay this bill, not when these kids get home, not when I finish cooking, not when I get out of the gym. This is something you got to start doing ASAP. Right now. That means you got to start thinking about how you're going to sleep better so you can get in this dream stuff. How you going to get this energy to continue every day. How you going to starting right now. How you going to research on your own that you're not alone so you can give yourself more reinforcement to know that you're not by yourself. Socialize with people, man. Find out how much connectivity there really is. Talk. And I ain't talking about where this is going to be posted. YouTube, Facebook. This is for you to take and then take out in the world. Not take and then leave right there. Go out there, man. Go out there. Talk to people. You'll be surprised how many people are they're not just like you, but they're going through you. You going through them. Y'all will get that. And some of the slow posters think, is he speaking wrong? No, I'm saying exactly how I want to say it. So, start now. So, start your exploration of self immediately. That's just what you need to do. What the hell happened to you, man? That's going to be the name of any of these videos I do. These series is going to be what the hell happened to you. Because that's the question you should be asking yourself. What the hell happened to me? Even successful people got to ask themselves that, because this is something you have to do all the time. What the hell happened to me? There's more. There's more. All this stuff built in me. Circulatory system, muscular system, brain, nervous system, skeletal, your dermis, emotions, thoughts, energy. You know? You think all this stuff was put together, whether your faith is the same as mine or not. I feel that God made all this stuff. But he didn't make it for nothing. He didn't make it for you to be a fish. He made a fish to be a fish. Holla at y'all.